Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm pre-fishing for a midweek bass club and I'm up at Roosevelt Lake. We're going to fish a tournament in the third week of September, and this time of year nights are cooling off and the water temperature's dropping, and I noticed that this morning that the water's a little cooler than probably what it was in the summer, 78 degrees, 79. And this time of year I just love throwing buzzbaits in topwater, and so that's what I'm going to try. I'm going to try to locate areas of the lake where there's first, are they holding fish? And second, are they good fish? Now, I don't know if I can win with a buzzbait here. There's so many great fishermen in the club, and there's so many things to do on this lake, but I'm going to really work on this buzzbait bite for a while. I started the cameras late today. I've already caught one 2-pounder, and I just caught a little, 13-inch, 12-inch fish. Okay, didn't even weigh a pound. And I had another one hit me, so really good blow up. He just didn't take the bait. So they're starting to bite a little bit. Maybe I'm finding where there's some fish are. We'll see. I'm just going to keep trying, keep throwing the buzzbait, and then moving around. Right now, I started on some flats and really nothing. And now I'm on a bank with where it goes rocky bank, where it gets a little deeper. I'm seeing if that's a place where they're going to sit and be ambushing fish and or dragonflies. So let's go find out. There we go. Oh yeah, that's a good one right there. Oh yeah, nice one. 3-pounder maybe. Get out of that tree, Mr. Fish. Shit. I let him get in that damn tree. There you go. It's a 3-pounder. All right. All right, there he is. Nice fish. I bet you this is 3-pounder. Look how long and skinny he is. And he was hooked. Both hooks had him. He ate that good. All right. So that was a highlight of my first pre-fishing day. I only caught the one fish on film. It was a pretty decent fish, and I had just mentioned I previously caught a 2-pounder and another little keeper. Now, I can tell you that I fished a lot of that day on fishing buzzbaits. I probably fished all the way up until 11, and then I probably went and did something else, but then I went back to buzzbaits. I fished backs of coves, main lake brushy points. I did a lot of stuff trying to repeat what I did a year before, and it just wasn't working on that day, except for the morning bite. And I think, I was using this particular bait here. I don't think I had the chartreuse tail on it, by the way. That's okay. I don't want to pull it off. But I was using this little buzzbait to catch that first fish. It's a 1/4-ounce buzzbait. It has a rather smaller blade, and the way this blade works is it squeaks real nice because it sort of has the wire actually goes through the blade a little bit, and I think that makes it squeak more, and I think that's what's compelling about this little spinnerbait. Or it's the size. I was just throwing white that day, so I think they were more on a shad bite. And what really happened was I fished a lot of flat points first thing in the morning, maybe even mud flats where I would think dragonflies might be hanging out, and it didn't work until I got to the rocky banks, and then I caught fish. Now that will come to play during the tournament, the steeper banks, but until then I really didn't pick up on that until I threw a Hail Mary and had to go after him with a buzzbait during the tournament. But let me just show you a few other buzzbaits that I did use in the tournament. So I used this one in practice, okay? Then when it got to be windy, and you'll see what I'm talking about as you watch the movie video, I put on a buzzbait like this, had the blue blades. It's a little bit larger. I don't know if the blue blades matter. Can you say that fast? Blue blades. I guess I can. I don't know if that matters, but I think it looked cool. And but I think the size of the blade mattered when you'll see what happened on tournament day. So that's one of the Buzzbaits I used. I just make these. I do it because it's fun. Anyway, another one I was using was this particular Buzzbait, more standard silver one, and I was throwing it on just a swim tail, and this is the Reaction Innovation skinny dipper I just stuck on there, and that simulates definitely some sort of a fish, and which they were biting on. You know, what I tried is, let's say, the dragonfly pattern. You can see here what it looks like. I got sort of a greenish head. It's called dragonfly color. I got browns and greens, and I got this long worm for a tail, and I think this is my closest simulation to a dragonfly, but they weren't on the dragonfly bite. So anyway, let's keep going and watch some more of this video. The next day, I started out with a buzzbait again on steeper banks and did catch some small fish. Next, I moved to Campaign Bay in the upper salt end of the lake. This is where I clearly won Prefish. These next two fish catches are simply stunning. What do I got here? Got a good one. Oh yeah. Oh no. He's in that tree good, huh? There he is. Oh. It's a random cast of a Senko. Holy cow. Oh Lord, look at that size of that fish. Nice. Look, he's huge across the back. Oh my goodness. Oh, look at the size of that fish. Oh my goodness. Oh Lordy. Oh, there we go. Oh, there we go. Look at that. That is a seven pounder at least. We'll get it on the scale and find out. 7.11. Look at that fish. Beautiful. Just a random cast with a Senko. Crazy. But too bad it's not a tournament. That fish would be a nice fish to have. But I'm practicing. Maybe I'll catch some more in this area. Oh, look at that. Oh, nice. Another nice. Oh, another great. Oh, my goodness. 5 pounder. Oh, my goodness. Oh, Lordy, look at the size of that one. This is 2 in a row. I'm gonna crush everybody. Oh, look at that one. There we go. That's a 5er. Maybe more. Let's find out. 531. Put him back. I'm not fishing here anymore. I'm practicing and just caught 2 giants, so I'm leaving. And here's the thing. This is a interesting story. All right, I got to get that untangled. All right, about 15 years ago, the lake level was, well, the lake was much newer filled, and the lake level here was probably at the time, I would say a couple feet lower, maybe 3 feet lower, maybe 2, maybe 4 feet lower. And there was a row of trees, which you can see. There's a row of trees here. There's something about these row of trees because I think there might be gravel underneath it or something, or gravel or rock. And 15 years ago, my friend and I, Brian Severson, fished a 2-day tournament. And the first day, we were in the lead by a long shot. We were catching 3-pounders, 3.5-pounders off of this spot. And one of the keys I was doing, I was using a brush hog, full-size brush hog with a 3/8 ounce head, and I would dip the tail. See that right there? And we'd pull up to these trees just like I am now. You can probably see it, or I'll show it to you here. And I dropped the bait straight down to the bottom, and we're in about 9 foot of water now. And back then it was probably 8 foot of water, if I can remember. And I'd sit there and bounce it. I've done it a few times, and I'm bouncing. All of a sudden, oh, there's one on there, and I set the hook. It's 5.5-pounder. So they're here. The big ones are in this spot. So I'm leaving. I'm going to go have some fun doing something else. Anyway, imagine that. The same water level, same bait, same technique, same time of the year. Back then it was mid-October. Now it's middle of September, but here they are. Amazing. Well, as it turns out, I didn't crush everybody in the tournament. Quite the opposite. I did very poorly. And you'll see why. And you'll see why when you do tournaments and stuff, you do have to keep your psychology together. Certain things happened and certain things didn't happen. It's the ones that didn't happen are ones that messed with my psychology. You'll see if you watch the video. And it's important to just understand that we're all human. We get excited, we get focused, and then when things start falling apart, things fall apart, and you sometimes can't recover. And that's kind of what happened in the tournament. Well, today's a special day at Roosevelt because it's cloudy and breezy. So it's September, mid-September, third week of September. And with these kind of conditions, I think the topwater bite should be pretty good, but we'll have to wait and see. Now, we're in a spot where we're out of the wind a little bit. There's a bit of a chop on the water, and I don't know if this is where the fish are, but we're going to work our way out of this cove out to some more main lake stuff, and we're going to just try to catch some topwater fish. Out in the lake, there's probably 3-footers right now, so there's a lot of the lake where, we just can't go, so we're going to have to deal with the wind and see how this works out. But I'm thinking that this topwater bite's going to work pretty good, whether it's Buzzbaits or something else. We're going to find out. So practicing for a midweek bass club, and we're just going to see if we can't catch some fish. Enjoy the day while we can with this unique, cloudy, breezy day. Want me to get rid of this oh, come on. Oh, there we go. One just hit at it. So I can follow up here. Yeah, I popped it off a limb and it hit the water, and as soon as I moved it, yeah, I got it. The little guy. Are you hung up? It's a keeper. It's a keeper. Next, I decided to go fish deep structure where we could keep out of the strong wind. I found fish to be very deep using my forward-facing sonar. For the most part, I used the sonar to find a school of fish, and then I would throw into their direction with a free-rigged doe-live beaver. Keith was fishing a drop shot and also put a few fish into the boat. There's one. He's getting heavier now. Oh yeah. Yep.
That's a nice one. That particular, look at that. Oh my God, I felt it got tight and I got a fish. I said, okay, if you say so. So I went over there.
Yeah.
And I went on. I think they call it. I know. Yeah, that I know. Oh. I didn't see it, but that's okay.
2-pounder.
Okay.
Over. Finally a decent one.
Oh yeah. That's a nice
You want to grab it for me?
The deep structure bite was pretty good, and we caught 4 or 5 fish, and then we go, hey, maybe we should get the heck out of here. And that was a good thing to do. Now, they were biting so good because I think it was a little breezy, a little cloudy. It was awesome, and we had some fun doing that.
I was reeling it up, and
then all of a sudden he hit.
I stopped to look at the graph, and he bagged it.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, I know, right? And
So
it's
that
not,
was probably 8 foot off the bottom.
oh shit, he was about 8
more?
foot from the boat.
Where the hell did he go? Oh, there he is.
Another.
I'm like, there's your bait.
There's one.
Oh.
I watched him on the.
Oh wow. He was on camera.
Yeah. Oh, another 2-pounder.
This spot was working good because of the clouds and the wind, and we thought, hey, we could use this in the tournament, but as it turns out, we didn't catch a darn thing on that point during the tournament.
What the hell is that?
Off the deep water and once again tried shallow flats with brush. There was a strong breeze that caused ripples on the water, and it was partly cloudy. That is a good mixture for a buzzbait, but on this day and this location, nothing happened. I will say one thing, I will never give up on throwing a buzzbait this time of year, especially if there's a good ripple on the water, even if it's completely sunny. So stay tuned for future fish catches. From that brushy flat, we decided to move to the dam and fish deep water with our free rig and drop shot. But when I see trees and brush sitting in shallow water with deep water nearby, I can't resist getting shallow this time of the year and seeing what happens.
Which isn't very far. It's nothing like Mojave.
Oh.
It's a good one, yeah.
Oh.
Nice one.
No, that's not bad.
It's a 3.5-pounder.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, maybe not 3.5, but it's a good one. Nah, don't worry about that. I'll get it. Yeah, I'm good. Let me sit. Yeah, I'll sit down on strong guy.
That's a nice one.
Yeah, I know.
Oh. And that was was that on the other side, right?
Yeah, is in that bush, shallow. That's a nice one.
That's a nice
one. Okay, I'll be. Yeah, it's not 3, but it's a nice fish.
Oh, look.
I know, it's cool, right? But I think that kind of a splash helps. Like when you throw your.
A little quieter, yeah. Rather than that buzzbait.
Yeah, well,
in that water.
right. It's a fish going. Oh,
yeah.
Oh, there it is. You know, right? It's not like a big splash from a buzzbait.
Yeah. But you're right. There is a big difference between when that's Senko land.
Yeah.
Like you're tossing out
Like a fish came up and took something. I went over yet? Another nice one.
Yeah, no kidding. I know my line's right there. You took my fish.
I did. Well, you did. Oh, that's even better. All right. I got it. Thank you.
That one.
Yeah,
That one's closer to 3.
Oh, yeah, it's over. 277. This is over.
This one's over 3.
Yeah. All right.
And you went right.
Oh, this is better than 3. Yeah. Okay.
God, yeah.
Yeah. There we go.
Yes. Jeez. Oh.
I'm still going along this down by the dam, and there's trees in the water, and I'm pitching up really shallow. Now this is over 3 here. The other one was 278. Let me see what this one is. But this is a pattern that's worth trying. I don't know if we'll keep going or not, but it's something that we can back up if my other pattern doesn't work. Those sequence of fish was pretty good fishing throwing that Senko. The next day, I'm not going to show any video, but we went up into Campaign Bay. I had a fish bite. I shook him off. I felt confident to catch fish there. We did more Senko fishing, which I'm going to show in a future video, and we went deep and caught a bunch of deep fish. We caught a bunch of 2-pounders, a little bit over 2 pound, on a couple of different spots that I felt we were never going to need, but you'll see what happens there. But nonetheless, fishing was really good on this next day. Anyway, so for now, let's just move on and go right to the tournament. Now let's jump to tournament day, where I decided to start up in Campaign Bay, where I caught those 2 large fish. I was confident that we could catch a couple of good fish in that area. Perhaps not another 7-pounder, but at least a couple of quality fish, including a limit, to get the day started. So I caught the 7 out in this row here, probably in that tree right there. So, and the 5 came in this line here, right? So they're around. They're not just in the... Yeah. Supposedly. There's one. Now get out of there. It's coming in. Oh, you got it? You're ready? Good job. All right. It's a keeper. Not a giant.
Sad.
Here's one. No need.
Okay, because I now figured that I just got stuck in a fucking tree, I think.
Don't even bother with this fish?
No.
I agree.
We're going to catch more than that. We're going to catch something bigger than that.
All right, keep throwing the Senko for a little bit.
Yeah, I suppose that is the...
There's another one. This is better. Oh, he's in the tree. Damn it. That was a better fish. Nope, he's gone. A little better, but not much. Yeah, shit. I'm expecting to catch 3 and 4s here, okay? This is not, yeah, no, I mean, that's what I'm after, and we can catch these anywhere, but that's... Oh, my line broke. No, I'm not kidding you. Did you get one? Got one? Hmm?
I thought I had one, but it broke down. It broke it. It looked like the... No? Yeah. It was... The line was... It was pulling my line.
No, it was a fish.
Now, these sequence of events just totally took me off my game. My psychology was dented. I don't think it was destroyed, but it certainly was dented, and it certainly didn't go the way I expected. So that had a profound effect, and I didn't know what to do. Now, we stayed there a while and kept fishing, but it got slower, right? And so it was even to the point where I'm like, well, do I stay here all day, just grunt it out and try to catch a limit? Or do I move to where where I think I can catch some 2-pounders at least and get a limit going and then maybe return? So that was what was going through my head. And there was no right answer, I don't think. At this point, I decided that we needed to move to deep fish, where we both had caught 2-pound fish to finish our limit and upgrade. I was not in a panic, but I was clearly demoralized. I had to turn my psychology around and quickly.
Is that Lara?
Yeah. Must not be biting on Bass Point.
All right. Get that or not? Oh.
Keeper.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll get it.
All right. That's a nice one too.
Yeah, best one of the day, which is
God,
sad.
yes.
I mean, it's sad. That's a sad statement, but.
Well, I know. Oh, okay.
In that tree, that's where it came from.
Really? What?
Yeah. Decent fish. There he is.
God, it's right in the glare.
Is he sure?
It's right in the glare.
What?
Fish, huh?
Mm.
I figured.
There's one.
Oh, yeah.
Suspended.
Oh,
You got one
wow.
too?
No, but I saw you do that, so we're good. All right.
This is a little better fish. Not a giant. He's shitting. Okay. Spitting up shad.
Really? Oh, Jesus.
All right, we can upgrade.
So the fish we caught here weren't the 2-pounders we were catching just the day before, okay? They were just a little less than 2 pounds. Now we caught a limit, we caught them pretty quickly, and I was thinking, well, okay, maybe that was okay, and now that I had a limit of better fish than I came with, perhaps I should move to the dam area where those Senko fish were and start working those Senko fish, okay? Because they were better. I mean, I had caught a 2.5, I caught a 4-pounder. A video you didn't see, I caught another 3-pounder, right? In a different spot, but it was the same sort of structure, bushes with deep water behind us. So I went down to the dam and gave that a try. But as that turned out, that didn't work either. I don't know what it was. It was just not partly cloudy, not enough of a breeze. It's just, they weren't there. They just, I couldn't catch anything, right? So we made another move and tried fishing deep for a while.
I'm listening to see if I got another one of those stupid ass things or not. I guess.
What do you mean?
But that I just held my line, I held my rod.
Here you can see Keith has hooked up with a good fish. But as you'll see, it didn't help. Well, except for the gas money, which is always nice to get.
Oh, yeah. Oh, it's a cat.
No wonder why.
No, you want to goonfish it? Yeah, we might get goonfish for that.
With very little to show for our efforts, I decided to run back into Campaign Bay and go for the Hail Mary. As I was taking off, I noticed the wind action on the bank and the steepness and the trees and the brush along the shore, so I spun around and decided to throw a buzzbait. There are times when I get intuitive impulses, and I have learned to listen to them. This is one of those cases. Spoiler alert, This is not going to help me finish in the money, but I think you'll see that it wasn't a bad move. Was it better than fishing my big fish spot in the river? I'll never know.
Oh, there he is.
Jesus Christ.
Move out of my way. There you go. It's a smallie, and I'm... Oh. Ready?
Yeah.
Sweet. Unreal, huh?
And he came out right underneath that. Oh,
Sorry.
that bush.
You okay, man? I'm
Oh,
sorry.
no,
I was.
No, I understand.
You were trying to get the net, and I'm
I
like, this
know.
fish has got to go one way.
No, but you had to do that.
I know,
because
yeah.
The thing was right there.
Well, I had to keep him coming one direction because he was. Look at that, nice. There he is. Come on. There he is. There he is. Oh, okay. I got it. I don't waste.
Well, that was really a nice sequence of fish, right? A 3-pound smallie, a 2 1/4 largemouth, and then I caught another. I actually caught another short fish, or one. It wasn't short; it just didn't help us. And then I went around again, and I caught another approximately 2-pounder. So all those fish were upgrades for me. But as they say, it was a little bit too little, too late. Ran out of time. But in many ways, it was sort of a recovery, right? It's like I had, my psychology is off, but I kept fishing. I kept trying hard, right? And I noticed that, hey, this is different. The wind is blowing a little bit. Maybe lots of bushes, lots of boulders and rocks. You know, maybe I can get something going. And like I can mention, it was just like an intuitive thing. And sometimes I've learned through the years, you got to work with your intuition. You got to go with that and say, I'm going to try it. I'm going to give that a shot. And it didn't take long for that to work out. Now, I think it's important to also understand that I had almost no luck throwing a buzzbait during the day, especially around noon or 1 o'clock in all my pre-fish days, right? So what was going on there? Again, you know, listening to your intuition can pay off. So if there's anything to take away from this disaster of a tournament, for me, frankly, was that, you know, your intuition is important, work with it, right? So now let's just think about one more thing. I was heading back to the river when I saw that maybe I should throw a buzzbait. Now, I have no idea if I would have went back to the river, back to Campaign Bay, and if I would have caught the fish, or 1 or 2, 1 4-pounder would have changed my whole weekend, or day. It was a day, right? But I didn't, that was more like, I don't know what else to do, let's run back into the river. This was sort of like, look at that, let's stop and do something. Had I had another hour, who knows what I could have picked up, right? Because I think the fish were up. They were taking that buzzbait. You know, 1 more 3-pound bite would have changed a lot too. Anyway, thank you for watching this video. I appreciate it. Please like and subscribe. If you have any questions, please ask them. I will answer them the best I can, and I'll make a video if I can, if it's a great question. Nonetheless, thank you for stopping by, and be free out there. We're Americans. We deserve to be free.